I know you guys saw the ending of this video. I know you guys saw the ending of this video. The Sky Sports Boxing uploaded, titled "Sit Me Down with Wilder." Anthony Joshua calls out Deontay Wilder for face-to-face talks. At the end of this video, obviously the reporter's asking him questions about, him, how does it feel about him, living in, New York and stuff like that, and yada, yada, yada. And at the end of the video, AJ says that he wants to sit down with Deontay Wilder so they can discuss what the hell's the problem as to why this fight's not happening. What is it that they need, right? Which I think it's a good thing. Deontay Wilder has said in the past that he has spoken with Anthony Joshua on the phone. I don't know how true that is, but I've seen him say that in interviews in the past. That they have actually spoken, and he needed like some type of narrator or something like that. I think I know what the problem is with Wilder is. I think he just wants a whole bunch of money to fight Anthony Joshua. For the longest time, I used to say that, he's ducking him. I mean, he's afraid of Anthony Joshua, but I don't really think he's afraid of him. I just think that he wants a certain amount of money to fight Anthony Joshua because he understands that this is a very risky fight. And, if he loses against Anthony Joshua, he will no longer be a champion. And whatever the amount of money he made against Anthony Joshua, that's it. That's the only amount of money he's ever going to make. All right, so let's say he made $50 million and he got knocked out against Joshua. Well, he's never gonna make that type of money again, unless they have a rematch. But I would imagine he would probably either get the same amount of money or less in the rematch because he lost. Right, the only way he would make more money is if he beat Anthony Joshua. So I think Deontay Wilder understands this. So this is why he's trying to really get as much money as he can from this fight. You know what I'm saying, with Anthony Joshua, because he's like, okay, let me try and make and that's why he always says in interviews. If you notice, every time you see interviews of Deontay Wilder, he's always talking about how he needs to be getting the right kind of money, right? A certain amount of money, right? It's always about money for Deontay Wilder when it comes to this fight. He always ends the video off by saying that, everything takes its time, and he needs to be they need to come at me right. So he's basically saying they need to come to him with a certain amount of money. I've heard that he wanted $100 million. So that's really what is going to happen if Anthony and this is, what Wilder says, the fight's going to happen when no one's saying anything. So if he were to sit down with Joshua, that's what he'll tell him. He'll say, I want probably $100 million. But once again, Deontay, I've missed so many things these past few days. But Anthony Joshua has been going out. Every time, of course, they always end up when they ask him questions, they always end off the questions, the interview, asking him, about Wilder. And he always tells them the same thing, that yes, he wants to fight Wilder. He has to get past Andy Ruiz first, in order to obviously unify with Wilder. But that's always the main thing. He always ends it off by saying he wants Wilder. He never talks about the money, if you notice that. I never see Anthony Joshua saying, listen, I want to fight Wilder, but I need a certain amount of money. I never hear him say that. It's always, I just want Deontay Wilder. But when it comes to Deontay Wilder, it's always for him. You always hear him talking about the money. They need to come to me right, so that's all I have to say, guys. I'm actually going to make another video. I'm going to make as many videos as I can today, just because I have not made a video in several days. So anyway, guys, so I have to say, I'll be back soon.